This news update is brought to you by...
Got kids? Then you need video on demand from Flow, with hours of entertaining shows and movies for boys and girls of all ages. There's always something to watch. Simply press the VOD button on your Flow remote. This is how we do TV. This is how we Flow.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Afternoon Update. It's Thursday, February 11th, 2016. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, some 5 people are homeless after fire destroyed 2 houses in Reeds Gap, Goodlands, St. Michael this morning. And a 3rd house was also damaged before the fire was brought under control around 8:30 a.m. Among those without a home at this hour are 2 elderly women who residents had to rush in to rescue. A number of household items were also saved. Our Anesta Henry is on the scene and tells us more.
Residents of Reedland, Goodlands, St. Michael demonstrated the true meaning of community spirit this morning when 2 houses caught fire. Young men from in the area rushed to the wooden structures, both destroyed, in an effort to save as much of the contents as possible. However, they only managed to save some of the items from one house as the flames from the other was too much to bear. The elderly occupants of both houses are both safe and sound. Meantime, other residents of the community told Barbados today that they were thankful that no life was lost and that the fire did not spread further because the houses are close. Member of Parliament for the area, Michael Carrington, who came to the scene, said that he had already contacted the relevant social organizations to get help for the displaced victims. Noting that both of the destroyed homes were uninsured, he called on homeowners, especially those living in chattel houses, to make arrangements to get their properties insured. 3 fire tenders and at least 12 fire officers responded to the blaze. Paramedics also responded to carry out checks on the elderly occupants and treated 1 young man who Barbados Today understands received a burn to the face. Anesta Henry reporting for Barbados Today.
The rapper controversy involving a Springer Memorial student has been blown out of proportion. That's according to the head of the Barbados National Council of Parent-Teacher Association, Sean Gibbs, who is hoping that the situation will be resolved when Education Minister Ronald Jones meets with Alicia Weeks, the mother of the 14-year-old student. Gibbs, whose association met on the issue earlier this week, tells Barbados Today the problem could have been avoided and measures will soon be in place to deal with such matters in the future.
The whole matter could have been avoided, should have been avoided, and what we intend to do going forward is to launch an initiative to parents that would seek to guide how they handle matters of this nature to avoid these matters escalating out of hand and creating what we would consider an environment that is not conducive to teaching and learning. When we do have issues within the school environment, and in a democratic society, we believe that person's rights should be represented, rights should be done in a fashion that does not make it difficult for the learning and teaching process to take place. We believe that we could have assisted if we were informed of the matter in its initial stages, so it would not skyrocket into something that it should not have been.
He says while he spoke to the parent briefly, the BNCPTA was not contacted to mediate in the matter, but he's hoping that the issue will be settled soon and in the best interest of the student.
In terms of the protracted nature, too long, but I'm happy to hear that there is a meeting with the ministry and the parent that I have no doubt will see a resolution to the matter. The issue of the child being in school or being out of school is a responsibility of the child and parent as well as the school officials, and everything should be done to ensure that the child is back into school.
The 14-year-old has been given a transfer to the Ellerslie Secondary School, which Gibbs is hoping that her parent will accept. Barbados must go the route of water harvesting if it is to battle current drought conditions. The advice from Senior Engineer Andrew Hutchinson this morning during an ongoing drought mitigation seminar at Baobab Tower in Warrens. Hutchinson says too much rainwater is being wasted in runoff, which can help alleviate the water shortage being experienced in the island. He's also suggesting that check dams be constructed in gullies around the island to harvest water.
But the gullies are porous, or coral, or filters, so you can build check dams and capture the water. It mitigates flood management downstream and it recharges the aquifer. The projects I've been involved in, when I did Sandy Lane's drainage, if you go down Sandy Lane, I got about 6 check dams at Sandy Lane. The water, golf course, goes upon it, it goes in the ground. If there's more, it will flow away. But we're storing the water to recharge. Royal Westmoreland has check dams. It's still got check dams.
In sports, the West Indies under-19 team are in the final of the ICC Cricket World Cup. The young lads secured a thrilling 3-wicket victory over the host Bangladesh in Manipur on Thursday to set up a matchup against India come weekend. Barbadian Shamar Springer followed his 2 for 36 with an unbeaten 62, which stead the West Indies past Bangladesh's 226 all out in 8 balls to spare in front of thousands of dejected home fans. Here are some of the highlights.
He goes down the ground. Lovely use of the feet from Gidron Pope.
That's big. Is it going straight to the fielder? No.
Short pulled away. Oh, yes.
Keep on!
So well played. Shamar Springer. Top shot again. Shamar Springer takes the West Indies under-19s.
So the West Indies will meet an undefeated India for the title in Manipur on Sunday in the first ever final between the two sides at the age group level.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Well, it may be the month of love, but it is also the month of AgriFest. It is here, AgriFest 2016 at Queen's Park on February 26th through 28th, highlighting the theme, Grow, Sell, Eat, Repeat. A humongous amount of attractions and activities for everybody. So don't Dixie doodle your physiog. I, Brother Daddy, will be there, along with my sheep, Dolly, Dootsy, and Dan. So come, let me celebrate the very best of agriculture in the Caribbean.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, Trinidad police have identified the body of a woman found in Queen's Park, Savannah yesterday. Lawmen say she is Japanese national Asami Nagakia, and she was a steel plant player who reportedly played with the Port of Spain steel band at Panorama. Her body was found by CPEP workers who were cleaning an area near a tree opposite Queen's Royal College at around 9:30 a.m. on Ash Wednesday, clad in a two-piece yellow costume. A post-mortem is expected to determine her cause of death. Officials from the United Nations World Food Programme say a third consecutive year of drought has driven the people of Haiti deeper into poverty and hunger. And according to a key finding from the programme's emergency food security assessment, the Food Agriculture Organization and the National Food Security Coordination, some 3.6 million Haitians are facing food insecurity. The situation is being blamed on the current El Nino, the strongest on record, which began in early 2015 and is said to be affecting the food security of vulnerable people around the globe.
The current El Nino event has started in March 2015. Has peaked in December, being one of probably the strongest in record, and will wind down towards the middle of 2016. Its effects, however, will be felt all the way to early 2017, and these effects have been widespread geographically. El Nino has caused impacts on the growing seasons of Central America and Haiti, Ethiopia, where it registered one of the driest seasons in the past 50 years, all the way to Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, which again has also suffered one of the major droughts on record.
On the international front, dozens of people are reportedly dead following a riot and fire at a prison in northern Mexico. Some inmates are also said to have escaped from the Topo Chico prison near the city of Monterrey. Streets outside the jail were blocked by families worried about their relatives. Riot police are holding the crowd back. And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.